No intro.
What? Intro?
Good morning, everybody. Surprise! This is a solo live stream, but I'm here. It's Wednesday night, and it's usually the solo show, but I'm here. But your mic is not on.
Worry about yourself.
Okay, I worry about myself. I worry about myself sometimes.
Yeah.
Good
worry about
morning,
you.
good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Rich Abroad.
I'm your host, Richie Rich.
And this is Cheng. And again, as previously mentioned, supposedly this is a solo show. But of course, I'm joining Rich today because it's a holiday in the Philippines. It's called the Day of Valor.
You gonna make the show better?
Yes,
All
the Day of Valor. So,
I'm
giving
not doing all that.
respect to our heroes, Philippine heroes. So good morning. Let me just shout out some people here joining us for today in today's live stream. We have Blackbox is here. Thank you for joining us. We also have DC. And we have Obi-Wan. Slick Rick, of course, is here helping us to man the board and putting order in the chat and on the call. So again, before we jump in today's live stream, don't forget that this is a call-in live stream. The number is scrolling across
Please call
the
in.
bottom of the screen.
Especially for some of you, for some people out there. Please, I hope you call in. I hope you call in. Please call in.
Yeah, so also, let's welcome to the chat. Tiger Ronnie is here. We have, who else? Roger Walker. Anders, as always, is here. Michael Moy. We have Bruce M2. Who else am I missing? Michael Moy, Ron Ferry.
We can shout people out as we go into the show. Ron Ferry, is that a new name?
Yeah, Ron Ferry is a new name. I also answered your question via chat, so please check it out. So yeah, thank you so much.
So let's get into the show. What's the rules? Let's get into the show. We got a lot to cover, a lot to talk about, and not much time to do it in.
Yes. So having said that, the number is scrolling across the bottom of the screen, and we're giving you 2 and 2. If your take is too good, we'll give you more than that.
It's too good?
If it's too good. If your take is too good.
Y'all know what you mean.
If your take is too good, then 2 and 2. But please be respectful in the chat and in the calls, because Slick Rick the ruler.
And Slick is going to be on it today.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yes, definitely.
But please call in. There are certain people that I really, really hope will call in today.
Yes.
I'm hoping to speak with certain people, but I don't think they will, because they don't have the guts to call in. They don't have the guts to show their face. A lot of keyboard warriors. I love the keyboard warriors. Always want to shit talk trash about this and that, and want to bring people down, but they haven't accomplished a damn thing in their life. But that's all right. I love the engagement, and I'll take it. Get on with the show. Let's get on with the show. What's up? But you know what? Before we do, there is something I want to say.
Okay.
Here, let's do this. Let's pull this a little bit closer.
Okay.
Light, please. All right. One thing I want to let everybody know is we don't delete any comments. YouTube has its own filter. The only time I'm going to delete a comment of yours is if you're attacking the audience, you're attacking myself or Cheng, and you say some disrespectful stuff. Otherwise, I'm open to your opinion. I don't care if you agree with me or you disagree with me or us. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter. Actually, it's actually better for engagement. Mm-hmm. The more we disagree, it's better for our channel. So I don't mind. So for you dumbasses out there who say, oh, you deleted my channel, you're afraid. You dumbass, that's exactly what you are. You don't know what you're talking about because you've never built a YouTube channel. You've never put the work in to have a channel yourself. You just want to be a keyboard warrior and talk trash from back there and get on a small channel like ours and try to trash talk people. Okay, all right, you tough guy, whatever, dude. But we're not deleting anyone's comment. And that's what I want everybody to know. As long as you're respectful, say what you got to say, even if I don't care if it's different than what our opinion is. I'm open to hearing other people's opinions. That's all I want to say.
Yes, and to piggyback on what you said. I love piggyback.
Why don't you just say it instead of piggyback?
Yeah. And also,
piggyback on you.
you might wonder, you typed in a comment and then it didn't appear on our YouTube channel or in the video that you commented into, because again, YouTube has its own filter system. We may not see it because YouTube automatically put it into held for review.
Yeah, it holds it until we see it, but it's not like we're looking for rotten comments or rotten stuff that people say about our channel. So it'll get held. So anyway, that's what I want everybody to know. So whether you agree or you disagree, say what you got to say. But if it's some rotten shit, then look, YouTube is probably gonna filter it, and it's gonna go into a whole different system, and we won't see it until we happen to look into the YouTube filters. But we're not deleting it because it's not good for our channel. We love the engagement.
We love comments.
Yeah, it's good. Whether you agree or disagree, it's great for our channel.
That's right.
There you go. Okay, what's the show about, Chen?
You okay? You put it.
No, I mean, I am okay. I'm okay.
Yeah, I mean,
my father always said.
I'm just kidding.
My father said, if nobody's hating on you, you ain't done shit.
Yeah.
And that's how I look at it.
I agree.
That's exactly how I look at it. You ain't done a damn thing if nobody's hating on you, and we got people hating. So look, that means something. That means that you can only hate from down there, right? You got to hate up, right? Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, so going back to Honolulu, but anyway, no, it's a song, but anyway.
Okay.
So
2000 song.
Yes, 2000 song.
All right.
Okay, so men are not the problem in modern dating game. So do you really think that men are not the problem? Do you honestly think that men are not the problem in modern dating?
Do I think that men are not the problem? I think, in general, I don't think men are the problem. In general, I think men are part of the problem, a small part of the problem. I think a big part of the problem is simps and suckers. I think a big part of the problem is simps and suckers who've been given women money and given women validation for all these years, and now women feel like they deserve it. They feel entitled to that. I think that's a big part of the problem. But in general, I think there's a lot of men out there who are not taking good care of themselves, but that's on them. I think there's men out there who aren't working hard. Maybe they're lazy, but that's I think that's a very small percent of the people out there. In general, I think the biggest problem is social media, and I think and feminism. That's what I think.
You answered all my talking points. But anyway,
Go figure that. Yeah.
But anyway, again, just to piggyback on what you said, I think some men are not serious. I agree with you. And
when you say not serious, what does that mean?
A lot of men who are into relationships, some of them are not serious.
Okay.
Some men just want easy relationships, and some men.
What do you mean easy relationship? Every man wants an easy relationship. What are you talking about?
Easy relationship, like, come on, when you go into a relationship, it's not always perfect.
Why shouldn't it be easy?
It's not always perfect. There will be disagreements here and there.
For
but
real?
Yes, it's not going to be
in a relationship.
Yes, no, it's not going to be like, because a lot of men think that when you are in a relationship, everything will go my way, something like that. So it's not always like that, right?
I don't know. What men do you know that think everything will go my way? What men do you know that think everything will go my way in a relationship?
Some men who think everything will go my way, a relationship should be easy. It's easy for them to throw the relationship out the window because it's
because she doesn't bring peace.
It's inconvenient for me
because she takes his peace.
Wait,
because she's being toxic because she creates a whole bunch of chaos all the time.
Not a whole bunch of chaos. Some men think of that disagreement as toxic or chaos. But if you happen to be in a relationship, of course that's inevitable. But a lot of times when men experience some inconveniences, it's
like what? What kind of inconvenience?
Like disagreements or miscommunication. You know what? Boom. The relationship is already out the window. Let's end this. Everything is about ending the relationship. So I think that a lot of times some men think that relationships nowadays are disposable.
You think some men think relationships are disposable?
Yes, that's what I think. Some men.
And you don't think women are you trolling me?
No, I'm not trolling you, honey. I'm just creating, this is
no, I'm just You don't have to give.
I know.
You don't have to give away the family recipe.
Yes.
Anyway, how are you? So you're putting on. You're saying that it's men who we think everything should be easy, and if it's not easy, then we're giving. I don't. Okay. Anyway, well, we'll get it started. How come?
It turned off immediately.
Okay. All right. We'll take it. We'll take this call.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get into it with you. All right, caller. What you got?
Hey, what's up, Rich? It's Black.
What's happening, Blackbox?
Hey, I'm gonna have to push back on Chen a little bit.
Yeah,
Hey,
me
go
too.
ahead,
You and me
push
both.
back.
You men in what country?
Yes, exactly.
Well, what you talking about? Talking about in general.
Huh?
Chang, men in which country?
I wait.
He didn't stutter.
What's his question?
What's that?
He said
What-
men in what country? What country are you talking about? Where men are
Yeah.
expecting everything to be easy.
United States of men?
Nothing says men in general.
Anyway,
Men
Nope,
in general.
you got it wrong.
Okay.
See, women in general want the Disney treatment, right? They want to be princesses, so they're the first ones to abandon a relationship when things get rocky. Men operate off logic and reasoning, so they try everything in their power to save the relationship.
tell her, man.
Women act
Tell
on
her.
emotion. This is why in the United States, over 70% of divorces are ended by women because they woke up one day and felt this relationship is not going down
I don't
the path
feel
like
good
that."
today. I don't like.
Yeah.
He doesn't pay attention to me.
Right. And they break up over feelings and not facts. Now, I'm not saying that women don't get oppressed or beat up, but on average, they break up because they don't feel right about the relationship. Where's the relationship going? I don't feel like this is a Disney movie every time of the day. And they break up because the divorce is so easy in the States. So when you say that men act irresponsible when it comes to dating, yes, there are outliers that do that, but those are men that are raised by women,
Yeah,
and they act emotionally.
I think she's sick. Man. I think she's got a fever. She's got to have a fever. There's something wrong with her.
Something wrong with me
She
today.
must be crazy, man. I absolutely concur with you. 100%. I concur with you, brother.
Fair point.
No problem.
Fair, Black
I'll
box.
I'll let the other guys call it and pile on the rabbit.
All right, man. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you,
Yeah.
Black box. Well,
Well,
fair
you-
point. Okay, fair.
How are you even talking about men? All these women, so many women feel absolutely entitled. Come on, man. You are tripping. You are on one today. You've lost your damn mind. Yeah. Anyway, caller, what you got?
Go ahead, Mo.
Yeah, Chen, you got it all wrong.
Okay. What's your take? Go ahead.
It's not.
William,
Okay,
hey,
go ahead.
you're gonna have tough situations. You need to suck it up.
Yeah?
It's my connection.
You're gonna have issues in life. You're gonna have issues in life. So every time you have an issue, what you're gonna quit? Every time you have an issue, you're gonna give up?
That's what they do.
No, he says
Why men are
You-
like that also?
when you have
Uh-oh.
It's the Wi-Fi connection. Yeah,
okay.
it's his connection. I think. I'm not sure. Yeah. Morris,
Call back.
Morris, give me a call back in just a few. It's the connection real quick. You are men are paying for the children, the wife. Men are working 2 jobs to support their families. You're talking about men quitting?
Yes, Han, because I'll give you an example. Because if men are not quitting, why are there men who are going outside of the house and looking for side chicks?
Because they're tired of your ass. They're tired of women whining, complaining, nagging, and they're tired of women not bringing them peace.
Or that's considered also as quitting, right? You already quit on the relationship because you look somewhere else where it's greener.
So okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
You went somewhere else.
I think so you had nothing to do with it, right?
Of course, there's
Women
not.
had nothing. Right.
This is what. Let me say something.
Sure, go
Okay.
ahead, go ahead.
We hear a lot today. Let's just be fair.
Mhm.
A lot of women say that men are trash men don't commit and men are the problem.
Let's say
But,
some women say.
some women. Okay.
Hold your thought. Hold your
Okay,
thought.
gotcha.
Mo's gonna come in and give you the business. Yeah.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Mo, go ahead. Give her the business, Mo. Give it to her, man. Tell her. Go ahead.
Okay. When it comes down to relationships,
Mm-hmm.
reason why men step out is because they are to a limit.
We're also on.
And the guy, he'll bear so much until he can't take it no more, and then he says, "Well, listen, it's better that I go and get what I need." Just like the clip you guys showed the other day, what the guy staying in the car.
Right.
Prime example. Prime example. Men are built to endure. They're told from young, hey, you're going to have difficult situations when you come up, when you have a family, when you have children.
We just deal
You're
with it.
there to stick it out
We just deal with it.
and provide.
That's it. But
That's right.
But always taking away peace. They don't understand how important peace is to a man. They don't understand. They want. Gimme. And they don't. All they think about is their feelings. How do I feel today, right now? And you wonder why this. I ain't trying to excuse a dude for stepping out. I'm just saying. But
That's right.
I understand. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right, Mo.
The thing is, women want, oh, I want a man that makes this and could provide this.
Mhm.
But it's the time that he needs to put in to make that happen.
there.
And because he's putting in the time to make that happen, he ain't spending time with her.
Right.
So she feels, oh, I don't feel appreciated.
He's
But
neglecting me.
what do you want? Right. You can't have your cake and eat it too. If you want
can't
this
have it
man
both
to
ways.
provide and do all those things, it's gotta sacrifice somewhere.
Of course.
Yeah.
And women try to get both, and that is not realistic.
They don't want to hear all that, Mo. They want the bag. They don't want the cake to eat it too. They want the bag and they want to eat it too. They want everything.
Yeah.
You got
yeah.
you got to be able to make 200,000 and spend time with her and give her all the attention she wants. Quit tripping. Y'all crazy. You guys are crazy. Thanks, brother.
Thank you, Mo.
Blessings, man.
All right. Blessings.
Okay, so let me just
Yeah,
let me
you go ahead.
say something, okay? Because maybe we're two different cultures, and I think that what you're talking about is
Mm-hmm.
what we see on clips and YouTube videos that a lot of or some Western women do. But I'm speaking on behalf of a Filipina, and I think for the most part, I've seen enough women, as Mo mentioned, that just like men, women endure so much. Women endure so much.
Anyway,
We won't step out of the relationship even if you're cheating on
Oh,
us.
you guys
But
are
if we
quit
get
tripping.
fed up,
But you crazy. Okay, hey, I don't know who this is, but caller, give it to her. I'm giving y'all permission.
Well,
give it to me, baby.
Give it to the baby. Yeah, I'm giving y'all permission. Y'all can jump all over Ching in this one live stream. Don't go crazy, but go ahead, man. What you
now
got?
this is Kermit.
What's
Hi,
up,
Kermit.
Kermit?
Well, she's got a little point.
Mm-hmm.
And you got these ghetto Tyrones in the United States who are having babies with 4 or 5 babies mamas.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got people, I guess, like me that are very intolerant of BS. And my whole thing is, what did you say? Oh, okay. Have a nice day.
Exactly.
I'm not married, never have been.
Deuces.
I'm not going to put up with any type of BS at all. So, I see what she's saying. It was just hard enough to find a woman who goes to church and says a prayer before breakfast.
Right.
I mean, before she eats.
Right.
So, I understand what she's saying, but, and then you got a bunch of guys who do nothing but cheat. They're younger guys, they still got, these women have chosen these guys. Of course, they got several baby mamas and they cheat. But, those women chose those guys.
Kermit. Thank you. You just took my point, man. Because look, we're free, right? These are free women. They're not slaves. They can choose the man they want. So if you're tired of this dude, choose a better man and be a quality woman to get a better man.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
Thank you, Kermit. Thank you, Kermit. We're
Hey,
going
look,
to have to lean on her today.
You're going to scuba diving with us in June?
Hey, Kermit, give me the dates. If you haven't already, give me the dates, and I'll make sure I take the time off.
Okay, I did give them to you, but I'll send them to you again.
Okay. Did you send them in my email or in my WhatsApp?
I think I sent them to this phone number.
You sent it to my. I think I got it. I think I remember getting it actually. So I'll check out the dates.
I sent you my plane schedule to because we're going to Puerto Galera and it's going to be real nice.
I did get that. So I'll pencil out the dates. So because I want to go with y'all. All right.
So make sure it's not when you look at these airplane dates, sometimes they go by the date of the United States. You make sure that when you see when I'm leaving, you know it's going to add on a day.
Right.
To okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Take care. See you soon.
Thing. Take care.
And I'm telling you, you lost your. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you need to lay down. You need to lay down. You need me to take care of you.
No.
I don't know what you.
Yeah, I just really think that I've seen, as I've previously mentioned before the call, that I've seen enough women here in the Philippines that endured so much and didn't leave the relationship, endured so much till the very end.
I can't speak for Filipino women. I can't speak for Filipino men. I don't know what they go through. I really don't. However, you know what? You got saved by the bell. But you didn't get saved because I'm gonna tell you, this whole crowd's gonna jump on you. You watch.
That's all fine.
Go ahead, Carla. What you got to say, man? Go ahead.
DG,
what's up,
first
DG?
thing, Richie, my C daddy once told me if your name ain't what's making the bathroom stalls, then you're not doing your job.
Then you ain't doing nothing.
You ain't doing nothing. So hey, haters gonna hate. They from Haiti. They drink Haterade.
Exactly.
And I'm a dog pound. I'm chain. Richie, go get her a mental checkup.
Yeah.
First of all. And Mama's wrong again.
Mama wrong again. Huh?
Nah. Hey. And, look, I'm just going to be honest. Look, hey, the dudes do that, you don't want them dudes anyway. And if you do, there's something wrong with you from the beginning.
Exactly.
Yeah, so, and we sacrifice a lot. I mean, look for Christ's sake, we're going to die before you out anyway.
Right. Because we're putting in all that work our whole life. Man,
yeah.
DG, you've been married for over 40 years, brother. Man, look, we provide for these women, protect these women, keep them secure, put food on the table, roof over their head, pay for educations. We're doing all this, and they're talking about a man gets tired of leaving when a woman won't bring him peace. How much do you think a man can take?
We all have a boiling point.
Everybody got a limit. Everybody got a limit. Everybody.
Yeah. And
you crazy.
I'm not going to condone cheating, but most of the time when dudes cheat, the woman don't even look better than the one they cheat on.
Exactly. And that's what they always say, don't they? Oh, she's not even pretty as me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. But
she's giving him something that you ain't.
Exactly. And she ain't giving him problems. She ain't giving him problems. She giving him something else. Exactly. DG, when you coming to Manila, brother?
Probably next week, man.
Next week?
I'll definitely hit your WhatsApp at.
All right. I'll at your boy.
I'll hit you on WhatsApp.
All right.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
All right. Take care.
It's probably in the middle of the week or yeah. Okay. All right.
We'll make it happen.
Great show, though.
All right. Thank you, man.
Great show, though. I'm sitting here busting up.
All right, man. Take care. Yeah. Man, you are crazy. What are you talking about, man?
Okay, so let me say something. Okay, so we hear a lot of videos.
Who's we?
I hear a lot of videos on social media and on YouTube saying that some Western women saying that men are trash, men don't want to commit. men are the problem. But let's
Why don't
be,
they want to commit? How
Wait.
come they don't want to commit?
let's be honest. To all the Filipinos, the 3 Filipinos watching this video, I don't fully agree with that because I want to be fair. Because even me, sometimes I don't take accountability.
Oh, you?
Yeah, I don't
You?
take accountability
For
sometimes.
reals?
Sometimes I also feel emotional and think that, when we fight, sometimes I think, oh, it's his fault. But of course, when I calm down, I realize that it's not always your fault. Sometimes, or a lot of times, I need to check myself too. So, sometimes a lot of
Okay.
times I need to check myself too. So it all comes down that that's real, that you women are more emotional, and at the same time we, at least there are some women that after being emotional their mindset is still the same, but there are some women after being emotional they come into realization that, you know what, he got a point, and then let me talk to him and let me tell him what I realized. But there are women out there, even after they cool down or calm down, they still didn't realize things.
They realize that their ego just can't take it.
Yeah, but at least that woman who realized it took accountability that, you know what,
Let's take a quick sec to say thank you.
Sam, thank you so much for being a member, and you won't regret it.
Absolutely, Sam. Thanks for being a member. You guys, if you're not already a member, think about it hard being a member of the Richie Rich Club, right?
Community.
Come join the club, the community. All right.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Let's take another call. Let's say, you know what?
I'm ready.
I'm gonna let people jump. I'm gonna let people let you have it today because you're talking crazy. Go ahead, caller. What you got?
Hey, good evening, guys. How you doing?
What's up?
Hi, good evening.
This is Gregory. Listen, I agree with Cheng to a certain extent that women suffer, but just understand that men suffer also. But the problem is we all suffer, and that's the consequences of our bad choices. Okay? So at the end of the day, we have to have to hold ourselves responsible for the choices we make as far as our partners are concerned. What happened now in modern times? Let's say years gone by, you never hear the men complain. Women would always complain about the men.
They never
Men
stop.
are bad. Men
They
are
never
this. Men
stop.
are that. Exactly. But now, even on social media, Cheng just mentioned it, that you hear a lot of women complain about men are this, men are that. Women will go to social media and complain about everything. Men are this, men are that. It's only now that men have been using social media to air their point of views that you actually hear that men are suffering. Before, women did not care.
They didn't care. They didn't care.
Because men were built to suffer.
That's what we do.
Think about it. I was watching this YouTuber, and he had an acronym, MEAT, meet. Every time a man shows interest in a woman, he immediately gives her, he has to show money, energy, attention, and time. And all she has to do is accept. She has to do nothing else. So it costs, from the time a man shows interest, it is costing him.
Exactly.
And all the woman has to do is accept it.
But you know what,
Okay?
Gregory?
And the women, yeah.
Gregory, real quick, let me ask you something. For these women, for these dudes, if we stop giving free attention, if we stop giving free money for attention, do you think it'll change? I think it'll change a lot if the simps and suckers will stop giving them money for attention.
Yes, it will change because it's about supply and demand.
Yep.
And how should I say? We teach women how to treat us.
Like preaching.
Okay, that's the bottom line.
We
If
do.
we hold back, if we stop putting money in front, they would stop asking for money or demanding it. If they know they're not going to get it, why would they demand it?
Exactly. Greg, you know what?
Okay, that's...
You know what though, Gregory? I got to tell you, I'm sorry, but I don't mean to cut you off, man. I keep telling you,
Stop
stop
making sense.
stop calling my channel, man. Stop calling over here. You make too much damn sense when you comment. You're absolutely right, and I agree with you to a point. I think it's not just the men. It's the women. It's not just the women. It's the men too. We're both accountable, both sides. But to blame it on men and say men are trash and men aren't this or men are that or we're not doing our job is crazy. We're going above and beyond, and women are still not satisfied. Your last point. I'll give you the floor real quick.
Yeah, think about it. Out of the men and the women, the modern men and women, which one is still more traditional, men or women?
Stop. It's easy. Go ahead, Chang.
Men.
Okay. Okay. All right, guys.
But
you have
women
a good
are expecting traditional things from men.
You can expect what you want,
Yeah,
but you're not being traditional.
I'm
Expect what
just
you
saying,
want.
honey, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying that men are traditional in general, mostly traditional in general. Women, on the other hand, want traditional values from the men, but won't act traditional.
Tell her, Gregory. Tell her, man. Go
Amen.
ahead.
Amen. You're totally correct. You're totally, and that's because women are not accountable. Because from the time you tell a woman, you try to correct her, the first thing she tries to do is gaslight you, embarrass you, or shame you.
No.
That's the first thing
women
women
do
try to
that. Women do that for reals.
What's important
they
is
do.
that you get the realization after. So, words cannot be taken aback, but, as long as there's realization and self-reflection, and I think that's one way to correct that.
Yes, but that depends on that individual woman.
Exactly.
And we have all seen social media. Women are not holding themselves accountable. They blame everything else but themselves.
Everything. Yeah.
So,
I
I don't know
totally
how that's
agree.
going to work, but hey,
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know that that's a long term. I don't know that that's a long term solution, bro. I really don't. Right. Greg,
I think one of the things to do is that the men need to change how they do things.
I agree.
Okay, because when the woman when the woman is in the marketplace, and the marketplace does not respond how she wants, she has to change the way she approaches.
Exactly. You're the buyer. You're still the buyer.
Yep. Men have to teach women how to treat us. That's all we have to do.
Right. I mean, they're the seller, but if nobody's buying, you're gonna have to change. You're gonna have to change your price, or you're gonna have to change the product.
Amen.
Exactly.
Amen.
Thank you,
you,
Gregory.
Gregory.
We appreciate you, brother.
You're welcome.
Take care.
All right.
Man, Greg, I knew Greg was gonna give it to
I
you.
know,
Man.
yeah.
I knew he was gonna give it to you because he always makes sense.
Okay.
What else you got?
So
What kind of nonsense you got today?
this is nonsense. This is not nonsense. Okay, they don't want to make this.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. You crazy. You crazy. You know what? Because I still love you now. Don't give me. I still love you, but man, you sick today. Go ahead, Morris.
Hey.
Forehead.
Yeah, like Gregory was saying, the main thing is accountability. And guys need to start changing. Like guys I think I saw a video, I think it was China or Japan. The guys stopped saying, okay, we ain't taking you out on no expensive dates. We ain't giving you no bride price. No.
It was China.
You want a traditional man, but you're not giving us traditional values, and the men have stopped. And the man has stopped. And now the women in China, or I can't remember the video, which country.
It was
Now
China.
It was China.
they're
Trust me.
scrambling.
It was China.
Yeah, China. They're struggling.
Yep.
And what's happening is women from other countries are saying, okay, well, we don't want all this bride price, and we'll treat your man there. And now you get women from the European countries coming over and taking that Chinese man.
What? You mean men have other options? Huh? Really?
Yep.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You better ask somebody. You're gonna learn today. They think, bro, they think that they're the prize. How you don't have you're not the prize. You're not the prize. The men are the ones who are providing, who are protecting. If you choose the right man, he's the one. And if he's a quality man, that man has a lot of options. Not just you, there's other boxes out there. And that's what women don't get. And they don't get it though, because simps and suckers keep giving them money. And they'll keep believing it as long as simps and suckers are giving them money.
Yeah, so true.
Yeah.
So true. And we guys in Bermuda have a saying, you know, that we don't care about your looks, your beauty, or what's between your legs, because at the end of the day, your character and your attitude says it all.
Everything.
Everything.
Absolutely.
Yep.
More power to you, Mo. I knew the brotherhood was gonna come in today. I knew it. Thank you, Morris. I appreciate you. Blessings, brother.
All right, blessings.
Yeah. See, this is the true brotherhood. Well, and you know what? I'm gonna apologize for my brothers out there, because we're not trying to jump on you. And I don't mean to encourage y'all to jump on my baby.
It's all cool.
I ain't trying to encourage y'all to jump on my baby, but sometimes people need to right the wrongs, right? And today,
and I'm really open to that.
I hope so. I hope your mind is open, you're objective today, and you can understand what these cats are saying.
Yeah, as I watched a clip last night, that one thing for you to learn something is you need to shut up and listen.
Wait, you saw a clip like that?
Yeah, someone handsome sent it to me.
A handsome dude sent it to you?
Yeah.
I wonder who that could have been. I wonder who that could have been. Huh?
Yeah. So anyway, so going back to what we're talking about, I think that I hear a lot of men saying that, you know, men are tired of disrespect, tired of unrealistic expectations, and tired of giving but getting nothing back. So it makes total sense. But again, if men are tired, I think both sides are tired also.
Tired of what? What are women tired of? What are women tired of?
Tired of, as we hear women, you know, women are tired of tired of a lot of things.
Tired of what? We're doing all the work. We're doing all the heavy lifting.
Yeah, but
what are y'all tired of?
But also a lot of times women feel, I can't remember who the caller was, but women feel neglected a lot of times. It is because you can't get everything, right? Because your man is providing for you.
You want us to work hard. You want us to make money.
Yes, I get that.
There's 24 hours in a day, baby.
Yes,
24 hours
in a day.
How can we be everything?
Of course. Now, a lot of women, that's why I said some women have unrealistic expectations. Now, you expect your man to provide for you, then you also want his 100% attention. So he can't give it to you, because how can he?
I'll tell you what. I want you to write a letter to God, and I want you to petition God for more hours in a day. And if God says yes and gives us more hours in a day, we can do both. We can work hard, provide more money, provide a better life, and pay attention to y'all.
Exactly.
But until then.
Yeah.
Until then.
So that's what I'm saying, that some women have unrealistic expectations. Oh, you're not paying attention to me anymore. We haven't spent time together. We didn't do X, Y, and Z. So you just choose. I mean, you signed up for a man. You signed up for a relationship where your man makes a certain amount of money, then there's a caveat to that. If he makes certain amount of money, then that means he doesn't have that much time for you.
He ain't got a lot of time.
So a lot of women think that, I want to have it all. I want a man who's responsible, but at the same time, I want a man who can give me that much attention also. And that's not gonna happen.
What man is that? If you find a man on his grind and who's making a whole bunch of money, that man does not have all that time to give to you. Y'all, you can't have everything. You can't have the bag and eat it too.
Yeah.
Go ahead, caller.
This is Kermit.
Go ahead, man.
Look, Richie, who would you let curse you out and whip your ass?
Nobody.
Nah, make sure you know what we were saying before you say it.
It still wouldn't be my. It wouldn't be my. She might could do it one time, only one time.
Oh no, I'm talking about multiple times.
Right. For some dudes.
Yep.
For some dudes.
No. For me too. My mother. she's the only one I would allow to do that crap.
Right.
And I don't have to deal with that no more. My mother was a hard woman, and she never said, I'm sorry, ever. But I don't have to deal with women like that. I deal with what I like, what makes me happy, and what I can bring to a relationship to make them happy. So, now you're saying you wouldn't let your mother whip your butt over and over again?
Well, when I was that age, I didn't have a choice, did I?
There you go.
Right.
That's all I wanted to say.
But I hear you. You make a good point. You make a good point. And here's my thing. Just piggybacking off of Kermit, if that's how you grew up with a woman like that, you think you're gonna be okay with having a girlfriend or a wife like that?
Of course.
Hell no. Hey, absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's not gonna be okay. You ain't gonna take too much of that. Right. Anyway,
let's read the comments.
You want to get in the comments?
Sure.
All right, let's get in the comments. All right, we'll go back.
So
we got a lot of
shouted them out.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, let's go to 9 minutes past 9 o'clock.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay, so good morning everybody, or good evening. Okay, Roger Walker is here also. DG called in. So I shouted up. I shouted them out earlier.
Okay, I'll tell you what.
Musa is here also. And of course, Mo. Yeah, I had my coffee today early.
Yeah, apparently she didn't have enough of it. Or maybe she got too much and it's making her sick or delusional. But
Peter is also here. Larry Johnson is here. Larry in the house. Hello, Rich Cheng and the family. Hello.
Chosen One's also up in the house. What's up, Chosen One?
Hello, Chosen One.
Baby
FU clothing.
Yeah, baby FU clothing. I like that one. I like that one, man.
Yeah. Hello, welcome to our live stream.
Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to Richie Rich Abroad show. Let's see. Let's start out. Oracle said simps are part of the problem. Normal men are not. Oracle, I completely agree with you, bruh. If simps and suckers would stop giving these women money for attention, we would not have this problem. They wouldn't believe that it would be okay to be asking for money. Look, Slick Rick sent me a video the other day, a live stream the other day, where a live stream, and this girl was just dancing, and dudes were slobbering in the comments. Dudes were slobbering all over themselves. Oh, baby, you're so fine, you're so beautiful, and just sending money for a woman, for a Filipina dancing, bruh.
They can do that. They do that.
Simps and suckers. Simps and suckers, and as long as they exist, these women are going to keep acting the way they act. In the moment, but here's the thing, though. I think more and more dudes are woke, and more dudes, like Gregory said, people didn't complain, people didn't say, or maybe it wasn't Gregory, I can't remember who it was. We didn't just say anything, we just took it. But now even dudes are coming online, and dudes are woke and say, no, we ain't doing this no more. We ain't buying you $300 dinners no more. We're not doing all of this dumb stuff that women expect us to do. We're not doing it anymore unless you reciprocate, unless you give back, unless you invest in the relationship and put in. Period. No more of this craziness, man. These dudes are crazy, giving all this money to women for nothing. For nothing. Anyway, go ahead. What else? What's your next point?
I would just like to ask you, do you think that women are expecting too much from men?
Absolutely. You still want to do to be traditional. You want to do to provide. You want to do to protect. And most women, I mean, you have the right. That's the expectation of most women on the planet. But you got to give something back.
Even good women.
What you mean, even good women?
Even good women. Do you think that even good women expect too much from men?
Yes, because social media has taught women that they deserve more, that they should have more. Tell me, what is social media telling women that they should do for men? What are you hearing on social media about what women should do for men? What are women saying you should do for men? You seldom hear those kind of videos. Baby, you should do this and this for your man. Everything is about what women should do for a man.
Yeah, I think 2 out of 10 videos would say or would demonstrate how to treat a man properly, but 8 out of 10 of those videos, they're showing off that this is what I
Absolutely.
need from a man.
Absolutely. Men are not emotionally aware. You're not involved in the relationship. You don't earn enough. You're not a good leader. You're too strong. Oh, men are too feminine these days, right? But no, he's not emotionally available. But then he's I mean,
you don't know
on,
where
man.
you stand. If you're too soft, then
you ain't
women,
masculine enough.
yeah. But if you're
Come on,
too
man.
strong, then you're emotionally unavailable.
How can a man win? How can a man win? That's what I want to know. How can a man win? Yeah, how can we win, baby? Tell me, how can we win?
How can you win?
Nothing we do is okay. Nothing. If we make a lot of money, we ain't spending enough time with you. If we ain't spending enough time with you, well, damn it, we ain't making enough money. Well, how can we win? What's the recipe? How do we win?
I think choose a woman who will be happy to take in what you have.
What woman is that? All right, give me my sugar. Give me my sugar. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, anyway, and sometimes sometimes I got to straighten you out.
Sometimes, because I know I'm not gonna be perfect. I slip sometimes.
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah, so I just know that your men in general are asking for cooperation and respect, and yeah.
I love this. Oh, someone's Richie Rich. I see you are a branded mule in someone's property. Ha ha ha! My frat brand. Yeah. I don't know the context, or maybe he's being facetious, or maybe he's trying to be a jerk off. I don't know. But anyway,
Maybe not.
yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. So I'll take that with a grain of salt. But I am branded, and that is my fraternity. It is what it is, and I'm proud of it. Right? Oofy. All right. Let's see. Michael Moy's in the house. Michael Moy said, "Simps are the problem." Mike, I absolutely
I
agree
think
with
that it's like I always relate simps to foreigners who come here that are, or other people in general who give alms to children. The children wouldn't be expecting or wouldn't hand their hand over like this one and asking every person to just ask for money.
Right. You come here to the Philippines, little kids say, "Give me money." We'll run up to you and say, "Give me money," if you're a foreigner, right? Why do they do that? Because foreigners give them money.
So
right?
if you stop doing that, then they wouldn't expect, or they wouldn't even ask a foreigner.
Oh, cute little kid, he's poor. They're poor. Let me give them some money. You're not supposed to give them money. You're supposed to make them earn the money, right? All right. Tiger Ronnie said, go ahead. You go ahead.
I think a lot of the women were not raised to respect others.
They were not, because they're raised by single moms. You got single moms being raised by single moms. What do you think they're being taught? You think they're being taught how to take care of a man?
Of course
Hell
not.
no.
They're taught that you should know how to do this on your own because a man wouldn't do that for you.
Are you coming over to the dark side now?
Huh?
Is that what's going on?
I'm always
you trying to come over to the dark side?
I'm always on the dark side.
I see.
I'm always on the dark side, but I'm just like trying to be fair because just to give women, just to give the other side of the coin, from that we hear a lot from women these days.
So
women.
summarize the argument that why men are at fault. Why are men the problem?
I think sometimes men are the problem because some women say that men don't want to commit, that they have so much requirements before you even get married, and also they don't want the inconveniences of the relationship. So I think a lot of some men think that, oh, this is too hard for me, this is too difficult for me, I don't want to be inconvenient, there are so many other options here, let me just check this one out. Because a lot of things, because you have a lot of men, let's just be fair, that you think that you have a lot of options, then it makes your head swell bigger.
Are you talking about here in the Philippines, or are you talking about in general?
In general.
But you're crazy.
Men have a lot of options.
How are you saying that some of the men are telling you in all the videos and all the comments that men feel invisible? How can you have a lot of options but feel like you're invisible? How is that possible? Are you not reading the comments by men?
No, I'm reading the comments. Like for example, Western men who come here to the Philippines, suddenly you have so many options.
But I just asked you if you're talking. Are you talking about here in the Philippines, or are you talking about in the West?
My bad.
Because most of our audience is not here in the Philippines, right?
But also, if you are residing in the West, and then Western women don't see you, I hear your point that a lot of men would feel very invisible because women don't want them. That's why they realize they have other options once they step out of their own country.
Isn't that the whole reason why a lot of men come to the Philippines or to Asia or to wherever they go? They leave the country because they have more options. But they don't have it.
Yeah, and to argue or to have a rebuttal to what you're saying, we always hear men saying, men, go to a place where you're loved and appreciated. I think it goes the same with women also. If you don't feel loved and appreciated in your relationship, then you do the same thing also. Go.
Great point. Women, American women, go to a place where you're loved and appreciated. Where would that be? Where would that be? What place would that be? Where they want American women? They might want your money, but where would that be? Where a man is going to love and appreciate you more than American men? What place is that where they want American women? There is no. Somebody tell me where that place is.
I don't know where's that. Maybe in Mars.
Yeah. Somebody tell. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Let women please go to another place where you're loved and appreciated. I don't think there is such a place where men want American women.
Maybe if they change their demeanor and their attitude, maybe, and how they reciprocate and how they appreciate, maybe there's a chance.
Okay. You know, can we take a time out for a moment?
Sure.
Really quick, before I take, hold on a second. Let me do this.
Okay.
Caller, go ahead, man. Say what you got to say.
Yes. On the first point I want to make is, women said they want emotionally intelligent men. Emotionally intelligent men are not gonna put up with no BS.
They're not gonna.
You disrespect, and you start playing games, they're gonna cut you off, and then, or you check them, they're gonna say you're sassy. But women don't realize what they're asking for and what comes with it. And on the last point, you was talking about American women. You see a lot of American women that are going to Brazil, they're going to Costa Rica, they're going to DR. I saw China, Japan, and Thailand.
Yep.
And guess what? They say they are struggling because the local guys do not want to date them.
They don't want them. The moment they hear American woman, they don't want that woman because they know what comes with it. They know what comes in that package, right? These women want. So many of these women want everything. No matter what you do, they're never happy. You don't have enough. You don't make enough. They want this life, but they're not willing to do anything to contribute to having that life and leading that life and being a team or a partner and part of that life. It doesn't work.
A man would marry, and you find this a lot. A man will find a woman working at a fast food place and build with her.
Yep.
But a woman, once she's made her dollars, she is not going to deal with a man that's lower than her.
She's only dating up. And
she's only dating up.
That's a big part of the problem. I actually thought about this the other day, Morris, is that, we're willing to date down. We're willing to take a lower, quote unquote, a lower value woman and bring her up. But a woman is never willing to date down or take someone even at her own level. Almost, I shouldn't say never, but seldom willing to date a man at her own level. She's always trying to monkey branch and climb. They're hypergamous by nature. It's what they do.
Yeah.
So they always want more. And I think that's a big part. Our natures are part of what's wrong with us, and social media actually makes it worse.
Yeah. exaggerates it. Social media exaggerates it and it makes it more what's the word I'm looking for? Realistic, yes. Thank you, Jane.
Yeah. They want to be called.
All right, guys. Blessings. I love this topic, man. I love. Hey, come to think of it, I had this talk with I have a caregiver for my mom, and the lady asked me. She says, Morris, how come you ain't got no woman? I said, listen, I have things that I want to accomplish. I don't have the time. I don't have the mental capacity right now because I'm dealing with other things to be worried about a woman, because then she's gonna say, you don't spend no time with me.
You can't win.
You're not available.
Yeah.
So I'm not putting myself in that position, because there's certain days by the end of, Lord willing, by the end of this year, I should have everything accomplished. Then I could go that route.
Right. A woman is just going to detract from that. She's just going to take away from it. She's not going to help you. She's not going to help you in most cases.
Yeah. You be on your grind, like you said.
Exactly.
The men are in the groove to accomplish certain things. They don't need any distractions.
Exactly. Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Blessings, man. Blessings.
All right, blessings.
You lucky Mo called and made me forget what I was going to say. Yeah. But no, I remember what I was going to say. I remember. No. You know what? Real quick, we got to let people know. You guys, this is just shtick. You guys, I'm not mad at Ching. We're not mad at each other. This just makes the video more engaging. This is how we plan out our videos. It's just shtick. So people in the audience, if you're saying, Rich is too tough, it's shtick, you guys. We talk about this, but we plan it this way. So don't get all bent out of shape. It's just what it is, right?
And also sometimes when we're too passionate about the talk or the discussion, we talk how we talk, but we're not really disrespectful to each other, Yeah. So I think yeah. So let's move on to the comments.
Right. Okay. All right. So hold on a second. I need to do this and do that. Okay, cool. Just following instructions, Slick Rick. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. All right. All right. So let's go ahead.
Okay. So, baby, FU clothing.
I love the name. Gotta love the name.
So a number of men just don't want the boat rock unnecessarily. Things happen. No one is perfect, but spending thousands while he's trying to build and she's digging holes in the shop, it's bad. Yeah. I thought about this question. Do you think, are men giving up too fast in relationships?
No. We've been grinding for years to get, we have to build status. Women can just do everything based on their looks. You can walk into a room and because you're pretty, you get immediate attention, immediate validation.
Some women.
If you're pretty, you get immediate attention, immediate validation.
Yeah.
We have to build that through our status, through our hard work, through our reputation. We got to build that. So no, we don't give up too quick. You got to find a woman who can get on your program, because that woman will, if you don't, that woman will tear down everything you built.
Yeah.
It took you years to build and get you where you are. You choose the wrong woman, she will tear all that down in minutes.
I think I would say the same for women also, because some women don't have the advantage of, being pretty. That's why they need to use their skills to get where they need to be. And also if they are in a relationship with the wrong man, that all the hard work that she put into her career and all that will be waste. But I'm speaking here in the Philippines, okay? I'm speaking here.
But let me ask you, if career means that much, how does that help us? How does that matter to us when you still expect the man to make more than you do?
Maybe
and all these women are talking about my money is my money and his money is my money. How does your career help us? How does that benefit us if you're still expecting me to make more money than you do or twice as much money as you do?
Okay, so let me add something for context, because maybe I'm speaking not thinking as a Western woman, but I'm thinking as a Filipino, because here the dynamic is mostly that we're not really solely just looking at the man that he's going to be the sole provider. The reason why I am also on my grind is because I know that when we are in a relationship, I am expected to help. So that means I need to also, put up my grind, be on my career so I can help my man. I'm not really thinking of my man just to solely provide for me and the family.
Most of these cats don't have a Filipino wife.
Yeah, so I'm just I'm just giving them an idea how a lot of Filipinas think.
I'm gonna soften up because I don't want you. I need to get some tissue for you.
No.
All right, I need to be. I can be tough.
Yeah, I want tough.
All right. Would you
Yes.
read the damn comment?
Okay, yes, sir. The oracle said, Cheng, here's a stat for you about who gives up on serious relationship or marriage. Women in the USA initiate 80% of divorces. So, yeah, I think I've seen that statistic that a lot of separation or divorces in the USA are initiated by
70 to 80%. It's not. It's the majority. It's the mass majority of right. Just because I'm not happy. I'm not happy. No fault divorce. I'm not. He didn't do nothing wrong. He's grinding. He's working hard. She just wakes up. I'm not happy. So how are you saying men are giving up?
So maybe.
Question stands.
Okay.
How are you saying that men are giving up?
I'm not saying that you're giving up. I'm asking.
But you said earlier.
I just asked if do you think
I stand corrected because you did ask. You did. I stand corrected. But then how can you ask the question, are men giving up, when the numbers say that 70 to 80% of women are filing for divorce because they're just not happy? And they're taking half of what he's worked hard for, half of what he's earned. Come on, man.
So maybe that's the exact difference of the West and here in the Philippines. Because in the West, women, as you mentioned, that women are not happy, I'll file for divorce. Here in the Philippines, we already know that divorce is not available. And once we get into marriage, we already have that mindset. You cannot go out of that marriage. You have to stick through it a lot of times, and a lot of people I know. I'm just speaking
in your circle,
in my circle.
But
that,
in your circle.
But let's be real. That there are also women, even if they stay on marriages, in their current marriage, they dip and then dips on somebody else's sauce. I'm just saying. I'm just being fair that it's also happening. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're divorced. They're still married, but you can see them in dating sites.
Exactly, right? Exactly. Can you read the super chat from this young?
Okay, Sam said, "What skills do these ladies need to use? Skills on what?" I'm not really sure.
How about we thank them for the super chat?
Okay, thank you for the super chat, Sam.
Thank you, Sam, for the super chat.
Yeah, but also please clarify what need to use for where or for what.
How about this? What do women need to do for the men? That's what I want. I'm not sure if that's what he meant. If Sam clarified, let me know. But we're always hearing online, the men need to do this, men got to do that. And what do y'all need to do? What do y'all need to do to? How come it's our fault?
Okay.
The numbers are saying what the numbers say.
I'm gonna answer by using The Rock's famous tagline.
Oh man, you and your quotes. Come on with the quotes.
By The Rock.
All right.
Know your damn role and shut your mouth.
That's the skill
that women need to know.
Man, no, absolutely.
Am I wrong?
Absolutely. I think in this, a lot of people are going to side with you.
Okay.
I think a lot of people
know your role.
Right.
Okay, so baby, I'll just say baby.
Baby effing clothes.
Yeah. A number of women also choose a smaller percentage of toxic men. The T app exposed a lot of women, them get a provider who has to deal with that toxicity and then gets burned out. she chose them.
And that's my premise. How do you blame men when you're choosing the men that you make children with? It's your choice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's no grape. I just want to stress that. I want to make sure I enunciate properly. Going on here, you're choosing the women or you're choosing the men. Excuse me. So you're making that conscious choice. This is the man I'm going to procreate with. This is the man I'm choosing as a partner. If you choose that man, how are you blaming him when you chose him?
Mm-hmm.
How are you? Come on, man. Yeah.
So,
all right. Go ahead. Oh, we got. Please,
yes. Yeah. Okay, Sam. Again, thank you for the super chat. Cheng doesn't understand men are the women in the West, and women are the men in the East.
The roles are reversed, is what he's saying, baby.
Yeah. The roles are reversed, and I'm unsure if women there experience the ruin a guy will have in the West.
They don't. Because here in this culture, the women are taught to respect their men. And women, for the most part, the women respect their men. And I'll say this: whatever she do, she ain't gonna embarrass him in public. I know that. She ain't gonna embarrass him in public. She ain't gonna call him out of his name. A lot of stuff that happens at home is never gonna happen here. I mean, there's other stuff that happens at home. She could step out on you now, but I'm just saying she ain't gonna disrespect you. She ain't gonna put hands on you unless she
doesn't want to make a scene in public, especially
none of that stuff. None of that crazy stuff that you see at home. But anyway, okay. Let's get into the comments. Thank you again for that super chat. We appreciate you. Larry Johnson, go ahead and read what Larry had to say.
My Filipino woman give me peace, but when she's out front with her woman friends and I step into the kitchen, she magically pop up asking me if I am hungry. What's up with that, Cheng? I'm complaining. So she's just looking after you.
I don't know if that's a complaint.
Yeah, right? I don't think it's a complaint.
I don't know if that's a complaint, Larry.
Yeah, because if she sees you in the kitchen, maybe she's thinking, oh, he might be hungry. That's why he's in the kitchen. So, let me just step out a bit. I'll just take a time off with my friends, just a few minutes, and then I'll do something for you. So how about that? Just looking after you.
Yeah, I think that sounds like the kind of woman a lot of cats might want, right? Mm-hmm. All right, let's see here.
Okay, so Mr. is also here. Thank you for joining us on our live stream. Okay.
Blackbox said, women they just don't care, man. Mm-hmm. Right.
Corey said, Cheng smiled and forgot the question. There are too many thoughts already. My mind is too fast. Sorry if I forgot the question. Right. Okay, so what else?
Yeah. Okay. What other? I'll sift through the comments. So I'll get us up to speed on the comments. What other points? What other crazy madness are you trying to spew out today?
Mm-hmm. So I think when I ask you about are men giving up too fast?
No,
you said no. Too fast. But I think men are adjusting or avoiding the relationship.
What are you talking about? We're avoiding. We're avoiding what?
Avoiding, of course, relationships are not always easy. So I think, a lot of men maybe dip from the relationship because they're drained, maybe. I don't know. But what if a woman is willing to grow?
How many women are willing to grow? You hear all the time, all these women want the man who's already making money. He better make $100,000. He better make $1 million. They want the man who's already made. They're trying to come in at the finish line and get the finished product without putting anything into it. So how can you say we're giving up? How do you say we're giving up too quick when how do you get to a point where you're making $100,000, $200,000? You've been grinding for years to get to that point. Nobody's giving it to you. How are we giving up?
So, for example, you felt tired, you feel stressed in that relationship, but the woman is willing to grow. Do you think a real man will stay?
What woman?
Do you think a man will stay?
Woman? What woman is will? Why do you think we have these channels? Because what woman is willing to grow? How many women out there? What do you think the percentage is of women that say, you know what? Let me get that. That say, let me get this man who doesn't make much money now, but I see a lot of potential in him. So I'm going to grab him now. I'm going to invest in him, invest in us, grab him now, and I'm going to help him get to where he's going because I see he's grinding, right? You think there's a lot of women out there doing that? In the West, you think there's a lot of women out there?
In the West?
Come on. Quit,
I'm not sure in the West.
Quit playing.
But I know in the Philippines, there are some.
Caller, go. What you got, caller? Go ahead, man. Give it to her.
Yeah, it's Ray.
What's up, man?
So, hey, how you doing? So, first of all, I don't want an American woman either. I got yellow fever, and I'm happy with it. So, there's that. And, you know, you make some good points, Rich. You know, I think this goes back to your video. I wasn't able to, your other video, I wasn't able to finish it. You know, some women, American women, got too many expectations. Like you said, Rich, they choose a man, and then all of a sudden, the man's the problem. But, yeah, this stuff's crazy. But for me, I wouldn't want an American woman now, especially now.
Yeah.
But, yeah. But I just want to show you support, really, and just checking in with you guys.
Thank you.
I
Nice to see you, Chang.
Definitely appreciate you.
Don't worry about these Chang. Just say your piece. Do your thing.
Yeah, I'm not.
Take it easy.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Ray.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I think you mentioned earlier that social media is the real problem. Really,
It's one of them.
Yeah, I think social media messed everything up. And not completely, because people still choose how they behave. No matter what you watch on social media, it's still how you behave.
But there's a reason they call them influencers.
Gotcha.
Because they influence your behavior.
Yeah, but discipline matters a lot.
But who's disciplined?
No, you can. It's up to you to get swayed by what you watch. Like, for example, you watched a video and it resonated with you. Then of course, definitely that already influenced your thinking.
Right.
But also, it's up to that person if she or he has this what do you call that, introspect, where you get to look at both sides and you also look at yourself.
And you think most people in general have that?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, then what? Could you read Mr. Mitchell's comment?
Okay,
please?
so Mr. said, when women blame everything on men, they remove responsibility from themselves to self-improve. That's why so many women never grow up. I think so.
And Gregory said something, or I think it was Gregory, but how often that if you even try to check a woman, if you try to correct a woman or anything, they'll tell you they want a leader. They'll tell you they want a man who leads. But the moment you lead, if you say anything she doesn't like, immediately she's going to start disrespecting you or gaslighting you. Or gaslighting you. These women are crazy. And it's not just in the West. It's also in the Philippines.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that I'm not gonna exclude myself from that, because sometimes I think I do that. Because how do I know that I do that? Because I do self-reflection after, like, for example, we had a disagreement. So, I did X, Y, and Z, and then I come to a realization that, you know what, I'm just willing to swallow my pride.
Is it that you came to the realization, or that you were assisted in coming to the realization?
Sometimes assisted, and a lot of times I came into a realization.
Okay, fair enough. Okay.
So sometimes, because I'm so naive, maybe my thinking was so naive, and at the same time, I don't have that much experience when it comes to things like that. But everything that happens, everything or every disagreement to me is a learning experience. I look at it like that.
I'm glad you look at it that way. Right?
Every disagreement is a learning experience.
Some men would like to have less disagreements and more peace.
Yes. And then hopefully there will be less and less disagreements, and hopefully I can learn from all those disagreements.
Enough. Let's take a call. All right. Caller, what you got on this, man?
I gotta get on Chang for a minute. I hate to do it.
Go ahead, man.
I hate to do it, Chang. I love you to death, but
It's
you're acting
okay.
like a big dummy right now.
You big dummy.
So, I mean, men, we don't ask for much. We want the 3-piece and that's it. The women just want demands. And once a guy hits that point and he's done, honey, he's gone like the wind. You're going to be like the cruise ship leaving and you running on the dock chasing after it. He ain't coming back.
Exactly. You know what the thing is, though, Mike? Let me say this: the hard part, and as an audience, everybody, you can let me know how you guys feel. The hard part is leaving your kids. I think most men would be willing to leave that woman who's been bitching and whining and complaining for a long time. He'll leave her, but he doesn't want to leave his kids, man. And that's the hardest thing for a lot of men to accept, is that to get away from this woman, it also means sometimes I gotta start a whole different life without my kids being around me a lot of times. And that's a hard thing. What do you think about that?
Oh, I definitely agree. I don't have a family, so I can't speak to that, but I could see how that would complicate things.
Yeah, I think so. Man, these women, they're never satisfied. They're
not, but now that I'm in the Philippines and I heard Ching say, well, you have all these options.
Yeah.
Ching, you really don't have all these options. If you open up your mind and you're looking around, if you're single, successful, you don't have kids, I'm telling you, there ain't all these options, because most of these girls already have kids. Right. They want this guy that has the quote-unquote provider mindset, meaning you want me to show up and do everything, pay for everything, do everything, and then the one time I might ask for something, I'm complaining and I gotta go.
Right. There is a different mindset out here, and you nailed it. Actually, that they expect you to provide, but but a lot of them, not all of them, and that's why I keep telling people, don't get you a woman that doesn't have a job. They expect you to provide, but when it comes to them reciprocating, a lot of them, I won't say that, but they won't give back. They don't have much to offer. A lot of them really just don't have much to offer you.
And the one thing you're going to find too is, Richie, is, that finding the girl that has the job. If you're able to chat up a girl, like I was the other day, I chatted up, real nice girl, a whole 9 yards, but dude, she works 6 days a week.
Right.
Good luck getting to go out with that girl on her one day off where she has time to finally do something.
Right.
It's next to impossible.
Yeah, and now she got to wash her clothes and do all of this stuff on her day off. And she works, and she might even work night shift. So you won't even get to see her then. So it's tough. It is definitely tough. It's not easy, bro. It ain't easy.
No, but the single life right now, I'm enjoying it. And Chang, I just got one thing for you to do, Chang. Just to take care of your problem. Go and get the steak.
Get you some steak. I'm gonna give her some steak after the show is over, bro.
Peace.
All right, Mike. Take care, man.
See ya.
Question for you.
What's your question?
Do you think I complain a lot?
No. I actually don't think you complain.
Honestly?
No, I'm serious. I ain't gonna front for the show. I'll tell the truth. I don't think you complain a lot. I think that like some women, I think it's easier to satisfy you than it is to satisfy most women. But I think you're still a woman.
I think I would agree with that, because sometimes, a lot of times, not sometimes, a lot of times I reflect and then I look at our videos, sometimes I do that. Sometimes I do this, it makes me realize I don't want to be that kind of woman. So, that's when you realize that.
Well, you can stop now and change. Go ahead. You want to say? Anyway, okay.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead with the comment.
Okay, Mr. said, someone always has your back, yet you still find something to complain about. Exactly. That is mind-blowing.
It is. It's crazy. We'll take this call real quick.
Yep. Hello.
What's going on? Brooklyn's in the house.
What's going on? New York. All right, Young Fresh Global Travel. I just want to chime in here a little bit. I feel like I partially agree with Cheng. I see where she's coming from. I do believe that people give up, and it's okay to give up in the beginning, I think. And I'm going to just make a really quick thing. Like, if you just meet someone like me, usually, I mean, I do have a girlfriend now, obviously, but I'm just saying before I met someone, I would normally just say, okay, what do you like to eat? Like, what do you like for the last week or two? What do you usually eat? So let's say if they say, okay, Chipotle, and if anyone from the Philippines, Chipotle is like the same place as Stuffed in Manila. It's a place called Stuffed in Manila. It's basically the same thing as Chipotle. And I always feel like, well, whatever she really likes, right? Then why don't we actually go and eat at the place that she wants to go, rather than me meeting a girl and she wants to go to a 5-star restaurant, she wants to have steak, and I never do that. You know what I mean? So I think depending on the vibe first, I think it's okay to cut off someone if you're not feeling, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're not really feeling them.
Yeah.
But I think once you vetted them, I think once you're in a relationship, that's when I have a problem with people cutting people off, because I even lost friendships at one time because this one dude, I actually went to his wedding and I was like, yo, bro, are you really going to break up with your wife, bro? He was like, you know what, man? She was out and she freaking got drunk and she was dancing with this guy and this guy was grabbing all on her ass. And I was like, bro, you just said she was drunk. You're going to divorce your wife because she, no, man, I don't care what you say, Jerry. You know, I was like, so what I'm saying is people break up over, like, I just feel like if you're married, or even if you're not married, man, if you're in a deep relationship, you got to really relax with, like, trying to cut people off and cancel them, like I said before on the show, as a Netflix subscription. You understand? Like, you know, at least try to fight for the relationship.
Right.
Try to, I don't know. I don't want to keep going on and on, but I just feel like,
I get your
so
point.
yes, people do give up, but, you know, show that person some respect. Show them that, you know what, I am invested in this. I don't like what you did. We have to work this out somehow. You know what I mean? So that's my point. And then my last point is what you were saying earlier. Guys who is as a value, like me and you, and many other men, we have been grinding for years. We have built up, you know, financially. We have invested in ourselves. You know what I mean? And you have to sign that prenup. You know, I think what is that dude on the Cowboys? I think I'm gonna keep using that as a perfect example. The quarterback that he was with his girlfriend for years.
Dak Prescott.
And Dak Prescott. And then I think it was a month before, and they were together for years. A month before, he was like, listen, I love you, but you got to sign a prenup. And she basically said no, and it was all over money. Because why? You know, a lot of women just want that money. You know what I mean? So anyway, that's my last point. But I think that I don't really like people who cut people off, because I do think if you can cut someone off that you really, really love over something that, like, you have to be able to demonstrate, did you at least try, or are you just giving up because you're jealous? Like, or you understand what I'm saying? I think people like that, to me, and certain people tell me I get a little exaggerative, but to me, I think some people like that are dangerous, to just constantly say that you're in love with someone and then you're just gonna cut them off. Like, right. You know, you just gonna cut them off like that. Like, right. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
So anyway, that's all I want to say.
Good points. Very good points, actually. Right. Hey, are you here, bro? Are you here?
No, but I am. I'm not going to say when, but it definitely is going to be, in April. It's going to be in a couple. Yeah, it's actually. I'm actually going to do a surprise. I'm not going to say what it is. Well, I'll probably hit you on WhatsApp.
Yeah, don't surprise me, so I can put room on my on our calendar. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, for sure. I'm 100% in April. Yeah, for sure.
All right, bet. I'll talk to you later, man.
But yeah, man, I just, I love this topic. I just always, it just makes me cringe sometimes because I'm like, when people say, oh, even I have 4 sisters and one of them, they just break up with a dude over everything. Like, oh no, I didn't really like how he was looking at that guy. And I'm like, so you're going to break
I
up
didn't like his outfit
because like he was looking at a girl.
Right. It's crazy.
It's just really
crazy.
funny for me, man. All right, cool. Peace, man.
All right, deuces.
Thank you.
No, you know what? I'll agree with him with this one point. When you get married, and I've said this a lot of times, when you get married, it's a whole different level of commitment. Now, he gave the example of she was out and she was drunk, she's dancing with a dude, he's grabbing her on her booty and all that stuff. That can't happen too many times. I might could understand if it happened once and things got out of hand. If it went too much further than that, we would have some problems. But we'd have to have a sit down or come to Jesus, and she'd have to understand that ain't gonna happen too many more times. But you can't just give up just because this one thing happened or this one thing. It has to be an accumulation of things, right? And so, but in a girlfriend boyfriend relationship, I don't know. I don't know about that. I have a different point of view when it comes to that. I think.
Since you have a different point of view on that, what if you both agreed that you are going to be just in a long committed relationship? Then obviously.
Save your question. So hold on to your question. We'll take this call. Hold on. Caller, what you got, man?
Hey, this is Uncle Mo. What's going on, Rich?
What's up, Uncle Mo?
Hello.
Hey, Chang. Hey, love your show. I've been
Thank
watching
you.
that for a minute now. Looking forward to getting out there next week. Hey, just quick comment on giving up too easy. I remember when my wife and I started dating. We were visiting. I was visiting her there in Manila. I think it was in Makati area, and something happened. I'd asked her not to do something, and she did. And my point is I was very upset, and I walked away, went down to eat breakfast, and in my mind at the time, I was done. I had opportunities. I knew where I was. I knew what I brought to the table, and I didn't need somebody that was going to be doing that. And something told me, don't do that. Don't. It's one mistake. Don't do that. I went back. She was crying. We patched it up. We've been together 10 years, married for 7. Best decision I ever made.
I love that story.
You have to be, I think everything Richie said, it's got to be more than one thing. You can't just be so flighty in relationships. People aren't going to make mistakes. They're not perfect. And I was very very glad that and I'm a man of faith, and I think the Lord put it in my heart and said, "Don't do this." I brought you guys together for a reason,
right?
And it's been a blessing ever since. And with that, talking about what does a woman bring to the table for me, this is my second marriage. The thing that I asked her to do that she does is, yeah, baby, look, I got you. Okay, I got you. But damn, can you be willing to work if I need you to? Because my kid's mom was not willing. And like you said, Rich, it's a lot on a brother. I have to carry everything all these years. Can you bring a little bit to the table? Well, my wife does, man. I mean, I appreciate her. I love her. And I just want to add that. You get a good partner. Look, I know what I bring to the table. She does too, but I need her to be willing to just put something in, help her brother out. And she is, man. She takes care of me. I love her. Looking forward to seeing her. She's in Leyte visiting her family. Be there in 2 weeks. And that's all I want to add. I appreciate you, China, brother.
Hi, Mrs. Uncle Mo, if you're watching. We appreciate you, man. Take care.
All right, thanks.
All right. For me, he said it was the Lord that told him to stay. We had a similar situation, Uncle Mo, and it wasn't the Lord. It could have been the Lord, but it was my sister Colette who came through and saved the day. But we've had a situation like that, and thank the Lord.
A lot of times it's the Lord. You just don't know it.
It's the Lord shining through and doing this thing, right? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
No,
good
a lot
call.
of divine intervention.
Good call. And he made a good point. There's 2 good points. I really do believe you can't just give up because a woman has done X, Y, or Z, and she just does something that's off the hook and you don't like it and you get all twisted up. You got to be able to work through issues, but it can't be 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 times of doing the same thing and going through the same thing and over and over again. And that means she's not learning, or she don't respect you and she don't care. But I definitely agree with what he said. Okay.
Mr. said cooperation, respect, femininity, and reciprocity. If a woman has those things, which cost her $0, she will go very far in a committed relationship with a man.
It don't cost her nothing. Nothing.
Chosen One said, you can stop giving money, they will still ask. Well, you just, if they ask, then stop giving.
Yeah.
As simple as that.
Right. I just think you set a new standard. A new standard becomes the norm.
The norm.
Yeah. I think a new standard becomes, no, I got you. Don't worry about it. Yeah, ain't nothing going to pop and sneak up on you. Yeah. Anyway, I think, but I kind of agree with you. It don't mean they're going to stop asking, but it means that they understand, and they might look at, if you do give them money, it's a bonus. Yeah. It's extra. It's not expected. It's a bonus that, right?
And now I know how to read it now. It's the Baby Foo clothing company.
Okay. We had it all whacked. We had it all jacked up, man.
You made me cuss.
Yeah.
Okay, Stan is here. Hello,
What's up, Stan?
The common man doesn't have a lot of options in the West. The common man in the West is a window shopper who can't afford women who overprice themselves.
Right. And I think that's the biggest thing. Is it's the value they think they have, or the value they think they have, and so they're not. And I just had this conversation with a client yesterday. China is going through the same thing. The women they think their value is so crazy, or they value themselves, and they're saying, well, we're just I'm not going to settle. I'm not going to lower my standards. And so but the problem is in China is once you hit 30, in the US or in the West, the wall is 35. In China, that wall is 30, Jack. And once those women hit 30, it is curtains. It's cookies for those women. No, you are unwanted. They call them shengyu, which means left over. Nobody wants those women. And you think you're going to keep the same, you got to lower your standards, because all the dudes that you want are gone. Those dudes are missing. And you're not going to another country because your culture doesn't allow you, your status doesn't allow you, your family won't allow you to go to another country if you're in China. You gotta deal with the men that are there. And the men there in China are woke, Jack. I mean, these cats are woke.
You see a lot of Chinese men here in the Philippines.
They ain't trying to hear nothing about Chinese women. And a bride, 300,000 freaking renminbi bride price, $50,000 just to, you have to give her $50,000 to marry her. You crazy. You are crazy, right? But a foreign dude, or a foreign woman will come on and say, hey, just take me, marry me, and give me a good life.
You don't have to pay anything.
Yeah. You must be crazy, man. Go ahead.
Okay, so your affirmations daily is here. Western women are confusing attention with intention. Most men in their DMs do not want to wife them up. They only want them for recreation.
Exactly. Exactly. But they think those dudes sweet, got the honey lips and say all the right stuff. Oh, he would be with me if I want him. He would be. No, he'll beat them cheeks though. He'll beat them cheeks for a couple of weeks. But then he's gonna be going. You get that? Beat them cheeks for a couple of weeks. Yeah, man, you missed mine. Anyway, go ahead.
The big boss is here. So Big Boss said, my wife asked me one time if I would ever go with another woman. My response, yeah, like I need 2 women grabbing at my money.
Exactly, man. You think you got a headache with one woman? Shoot, and try 2 of them.
Okay, Frank Ellis said there's no such place for Western women.
None. Okay.
Wow, we're too far back.
Yeah, we're way far back. I mean, it's the calls. We got the calls, right?
Okay. So, Pretty Damn Gangster.
What's
Hello,
up, Pretty Damn
thank
Gangster?
you for joining us in a live stream. If you're new, let me know where you're watching from. So, if a foreign man is with an American woman, he's homeless.
Exactly.
I've seen one clip on social media. This Western woman married this local buko vendor, a coconut vendor here in the Philippines. Like, but they're having difficulties getting him a visa. Yeah. Anyway, just
yeah, you seen one clip, right?
Yeah, just one.
Yeah.
Okay. So Daily Doe said, Richie, to you.
That's me?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
you.
okay.
There's many American women that are definitely beauties, but their personalities need work in general. But don't forget, all over the world makes up American women, mixed pot.
Right. Now, and Daily Dose, I'm with you on that. Somebody actually scolded me a couple of videos back because I said I prefer Western women. I'm happy with what I have, mind you, but if you're asking me what my preference would be, it's the women I grew up around, right? And someone scolded me. I think there's a lot of beautiful women. The problem, like you said, is when they open their mouth and they show their personalities, a lot of them aren't. Their value decreases significantly. And that's the problem. It's not their actual beauty. I think we still have a lot of beautiful women, but it's the behavior, it's the thought process that goes with it that a lot of men aren't trying to hear anymore. So I agree with you.
Okay, Mr. said the only man that ever came to America to find a wife was Prince Hakim, the future king of
Zamunda. You don't even get it, huh? It's coming to America.
Ah, okay,
yeah, gotcha. Coming to America. Man, I gotta put you up on Western. Movie,
Chosen one said, Western women can relate to you. It's a trade-off.
Right.
Yeah.
Who's this?
Here?
I don't know who is this. What's his name? Johnny what?
Hello, Johnny.
What's up, Johnny P?
Getting better. Hopefully by October I will be back. Love you both.
Love you, Johnny. We miss you, brother. We miss you. Johnny P is in the house.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So Mr. said, a woman is not gonna help you build it and then take half of it in a divorce.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
That's why you need to sign up a prenup.
But see, the dudes that are scared, they're scared to lose her. Oh, I'm scared to lose her.
When you're what they call that? It will save you. It will save you from disaster. If that woman hesitates to sign a prenup, then
they're scared to
lose her.
They're scared to lose her. Oh, she's so pretty. She's so beautiful. Oh, I don't know if I can get another woman like this. Try. So you'd rather risk all that you've worked for
than her.
I'm cool.
Because that's offending to me. If you're asking me, are you doubting me? Yes. Yes.
The numbers don't lie.
Yeah.
The numbers don't lie.
Yeah, you have to protect yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
What are you? You worked hard for that, and then after the divorce, you're going to go back to zero. I don't think that's fair. So I think you also have to protect your assets, right?
Yeah, protect your ass.
Sets. The chosen one said, "My Filipina has tampo. She not talking to me. Every time we talk, she wants to discuss her money problems. I told her, don't call me with that nonsense. I just gave her money. She greedy ass."
There's other ones out there, brother. There are some other ones out there. Six has. He said, "Chosen, we need to have a sit down, brother. Yeah, let's get some pizza and beer, and we need to have a sit down and talk about this." Right.
So, Chosen one to stink shag. I've known her 9 years. I'm past the point of redemption.
Okay. If he's content, then
okay, yeah.
It is, right?
Well, a lot of times men see a Filipina tampo as immaturity, but for me, for the most part, I think it's a sign of maturity also, because especially when you do it in public, that she didn't like what you do, or you didn't do, or she didn't do. Hold on.
Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath, please, babe.
So especially when you had a disagreement in public, and either you did something that she didn't like, or she did something that you didn't like, I think silence sometimes, or tampo sometimes, is one of the most, can you say maturest? Most mature thing that a woman would do in that situation. For the most part, a lot of Filipinas do that. They do tampo in public, because they don't want to humiliate their partner.
I mean, I get it, but I still think you got to communicate and say, look, I'm a little upset. I don't want to talk right now. We can talk about it later.
Or
But you can't just ignore it. I mean, you just can't be walking around trying to ignore people.
Yeah, but also, what you can say, can we just go home because I don't feel like this is going to be a good time outside.
Get you a taxi.
So Chosen One said,
get you in a Grab. You go ahead.
Chosen One said to Daily Dose, I just spent 2 months with her in the Philippines, gave her all kinds of money.
Right.
Gone 2 weeks, she needs more.
Yeah.
Okay, Jimmy. Hello, Jimmy.
What's up, Jimmy?
Where are you watching from if you're new?
Welcome to our channel, brother.
A Western man will sacrifice their happiness for their family. A Western woman will sacrifice her family for personal happiness.
Absolutely. You okay?
Yeah, there's a fruit fly.
Okay. I think that's absolutely true. But by the way, since we mentioned Jimmy's comment and Jimmy's new to our channel, you guys, if you're new to our channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button, and you guys please hit the like button when you're in here. If you like the channel, you like the topic, hit the like button for us. Just help push us. We're not asking for a donation. Just help the channel just by hitting that like button.
Yeah,
it's
guys.
Free. It is absolutely free.
38 likes only. 53 people in here. Come on. We can do better than that. Hit the likes up.
Absolutely. Okay.
Obi-Wan's here. Yeah.
Okay.
So happy birthday, Obi-Wan.
It's Obi-Wan's birthday?
I think so. I've seen that. And Slick Rick, happy birthday, Obi-Wan. So,
hey, happy birthday!
Hey,
happy birthday to Obi-Wan. What's happening, man? Right on. Hey, how old are you, Obi-Wan? Just out of curiosity. All right. Let's see. Go ahead.
Daily Dose said, the Chosen One, that's not smart. You're not even with her majority of the year. You're just a cash cow, my guy. Cut your losses. If she accepts no longer receiving, then maybe, but it's a no for me.
Sting said, Chosen One, stop, drop, and roll. Right. Yeah, it might be time for a new one, brother.
Yeah, that movie Turbo said, tuck and roll.
Right.
Okay, so Chosen One said, are you guys crazy? I've known her 9 years. You think it's that easy? Well, I get his point because there's emotional attachment to it,
Yeah,
9 years is 9 years.
I always say that.
It's easy for us. Sorry, Annie. It's easy for us to say because we're not the one who is emotionally attached to that person. Di ba?
My name ain't Deba.
It's easy for others to say or to give comments because you're not the person who is emotionally involved in that relationship. So you do you do what makes you happy.
Right, until it don't make you happy no more.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So the big boss said, as I told my wife long ago, I'm here because I care about my family. I am not here to be some kind of effing ATM or sugar daddy or family bank. Better put that away, way in the background.
That's what's up. Sometimes people just got to understand. One of the callers said earlier, you teach people how to treat you. You teach them how to treat you. If you allow certain treatment, if you allow them to act a certain way, then that's what they're going to do. Until you rectify, until you correct that behavior, they're going to keep treating you that way.
Okay, Corey said, Miss Chang, in the 80s I was in the Philippines. The women referred to players as being butterflies.
I told you that. Yeah, they call them butterflies.
Yeah, butterfly or chick boy, like chick boy. Yeah.
Did they call them chick boys in the 80s?
Yeah,
you were still doodling on yourself in the 80s. What do you know?
I know 90s.
Yeah.
Maybe butterfly, like flying from one flower to another.
Because I read that online a long time ago.
Yeah.
Before I even came
I don't hear that anymore. They refer to them as chick boys.
Yeah, they do.
F boys nowadays. F boys.
They call them F boys.
So Tiger said, in the West, if you find a good woman, she will be snatched up early in life. Yeah.
Quickly. And
the good women
vice
are
versa.
married. Yeah, and the good men are married too. So Raymond said, why do so many people got to pull all your relationship stuff online? if I found my woman is so doing that, we are going to have issues. Not down with that. Yeah, I don't think it's really cool to put your relationship problems or put it on social media, because you are just asking all people to give comments on about your relationship. So it's not really cool. The person should handle, the people who should handle the disagreements in that relationship is the people in the relationship.
Absolutely, honey.
Okay, Sam said definitely a cultural difference. She's thinking of Filipino men giving up, and we are comparing Western women.
Right.
Two things can probably be right at the same time in this regard. Yeah.
No question.
So, yeah. So, Uncle Mo, what's up? Richie and Chang traveling to Lake. Yeah, he called earlier. Thank you so much, Uncle Mo, again. Thank you for calling in. Okay, so, what's that?
Go ahead.
Okay, so Tiger said, if she's easy to get along with and is so agreeable, that's a dude.
Exactly. Colin, what you got?
Hey, it's Ray.
Go ahead,
I just want to make a point.
Go ahead.
So I was with this. I was in college. I was dating this woman. All right. She's complaining about not having much time and all this and that. At the time, I'm still going to college and still traveling back to help my mom deal with my dad who had cancer. Dude, she would go run tell her mom and all this and stuff like that. And then she started attacking me. You ain't gonna amount to nothing. I said, look, this is the time I have. You either want it or you don't. And so I said, this is all I got. You see what I'm dealing with. Not willing to help at all. Not willing to understand. So I had to kick her ass out. I said, you done. I said, you done. And then she gonna go tell her, trash talk to me, to friends and stuff all on campus and shit. Bruh. And then she gonna have a nerve. Then she gonna have a nerve where you just want Asian women anyway, because she told me, a friend. She was just a friend trying to help, because she understood. And I said, you know what? You right. We done. And her brother, and then she seen my letter, her brother now understood. She said, man, I don't know what the hell's wrong with my sister, but she gonna regret the day that she didn't have you. So I had no peace, bro. My dad had cancer, bro. I had to stay, going back and forth.
Right.
I said, I'm done. I'm done with American women. I said, you right. You know what? You right. I said, you can kick rocks. Whatever happens to you, happens to you. And I'm trying to help you out. And she needed some help with stuff. Bro, I was scared. And I said, all you have to do is understand. I said, you done. I said, get the F out. Get the F out.
She didn't appreciate you.
No, I said, get your out. Get your shit and get out. Here's your shit. No matter of fact, don't even come. Have your brother come. All right? Get your out. We done. And then she gonna talk to me. She gonna see me. Oh, I'm sorry. I said, hell no. We done. Hell no. We out. Peace. And that's all she kept saying. You just want Asian women anyway.
Well, you did.
You know what?
You did. You said you got yellow fever.
Yeah, I said, you're right. We done, boy. Her mom. If she go back and tell her mom and stuff, just trash talk me, bro. Right. Just, I ain't had time with that. I had very little peace as it is. College, doing my thing, and going and flying back in, because, see, my mom was just dealing with that. My dad wanted me to go to MIT. I got into MIT, and he was so happy, right? Telling everybody. Then he got prostate cancer. I said, I can't leave my mom alone dealing with that, right? Because when you're dealing with somebody that got cancer, it's like the whole family's dealing with it, right? It was just my mom.
Right.
So I had to go with my second choice. My dad wasn't happy. My dad was not happy. But I had to go with my second choice because it keeps me close. So I could do my school, do what I gotta do in the classroom, do my thing, and then also keep going back and help him from my mom.
Right.
You know, all this that woman ought to care about. Well, what you doing for? What you doing for me? You miss my birthday. You don't got time for me. I said, look, you either with this train. You even Adam helping me with my piece. I said, I just got very little piece as it is. I don't care. She just, dude. I ain't what kind of woman go trash talk? You know. I said, well, you ain't a good person. I said, you got to bounce. And my brother was like, dude, I don't know what's wrong with my sister, but hey, she gonna regret the day. I understand. You know, you got to kick it to the curb, dude. I ain't had time for that, Rich. I couldn't put up with it.
You did okay, Raymond, because you ended up with Miss Peach.
Yes.
And I think you upgraded. No matter what, I think she's a big time upgrade.
Yeah, and you know what? And then she, my mom, who was there? She was there, right? She was helping me deal with all this stuff, helping me. I'm gonna tell this. Just she probably won't like it, but you know she ain't in the room right now, so she ain't here right now, so it is what it is. When my mom got sick, we had to look for places for my mom. It was so daunting, right? She said, "Give me half the list." She said, "I'll take half of it. Let me help you with this." I ain't asked. She just said, "Hey, give me half the list, and we'll evaluate these places." And dude, that showed her character right there.
So
when my dad was gone, dude, it was a lot, bro, on my plate. And she could see it, right? She could feel it. So she stepped up. But that's all I got. Taking up, more than 2 minutes. Yeah. All right, later.
We appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, Ray.
Oh, he's lucky. He got Miss Peach. Miss Peach is a good quality woman. Right. A lot of cats would like to have a woman like Miss Peach. That's all I gotta say.
Yep.
Right.
All right. So, DG said that ain't happening one time with me, and she didn't protest of being groped.
Groped, yeah, like fondled or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I think if even if you're drunk, you still know what you're doing.
You still know.
Yeah, but if you have less control, but you should have. Hey, don't do that. If you didn't like it,
you're not in your right mind. I mean, I hear what you're saying. You're not. I agree with what you're saying, but you're not in your right mind. You say things and do things. You say things and do things you would not normally do or say when you're drinking. It is what it is.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But I hear what you're saying though. You should still,
but did you forget that you're married when you're drunk? Of course not.
But your decision making is impaired, and that's the whole thing.
But the point is, my point still, if you did not forget, even if you're drinking, you do not forget that you're in a committed relationship.
Well, lucky for you, I don't drink that much, huh?
Yeah, lucky for you. Lucky for me. Lucky for you, lucky for me.
Okay.
Lucky for you, I don't drink anymore.
Yeah.
Anymore.
Yeah, you wouldn't like an alcoholic.
Oh yeah, I'm not an alcoholic.
But you enjoy
but I
yourself,
only drink when it's with family.
Yeah, I mean, you just, the family sit down on the weekends, you enjoyed yourself. Yeah.
Enjoy yourself.
Enjoy yourself. Go ahead.
The big boss said, being too compromising is for suckers. The rules are the rules. Follow them or get out of the game.
Okay.
Too compromising is the word. I mean, compromise is important in a relationship. I mean, too compromising? I think I'm more than willing to compromise a lot of times.
You got to be in a committed relationship, and when I say committed, I mean married, because everything else is in a different place. But in a marriage, you got to be willing to compromise. You have to be. I mean, everything can't be your way.
To me, if you're in a long committed relationship, it has to be a compromise. You're getting there, so it's the only difference is that the legality of it. So I think you should be able to do it also.
How did we do that the other day?
Like that. Move forward, Danny.
We didn't move forward, did we?
Oh, forward.
I thought we moved back. We moved back.
Okay, let's do. Are we doing an ab workout?
Anyway,
we're just monkeying with the light because it's too dark. But anyway, yeah. Let's move on to the next.
Okay. Cortez Smith. What's up, Cortez?
Hello, Cortez. There is no wall in the U.S. At 35, most women think they're hitting their prime.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, prime. Yeah, I mean, I'm not arguing with you. I'm just saying. I mean,
prime peak for their career,
in their career, but
but your
relationship,
and at the same time, also your ability to give birth is declining slowly.
Absolutely. I mean, your eggs start to decline at age 30 or around age 30, so you're producing less eggs. You're hitting the freaking a geriatric pregnancy at 35 to 37. So, I mean, your fertility value is they can believe whatever they want to.
Yeah.
But the facts are what they are.
Big Love is here. Hello, Richard.
What's happening, Big Love?
And everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay.
Oh, let's actually real quick.
Okay.
Let's make sure we get this.
Juggy gifted 1 Church Abroad membership, and the lucky receiver is Boo Loves 11. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Juggy. We appreciate you,
for giving us extra membership.
Absolutely, much appreciated.
Okay,
much
so we're
appreciated.
Luca.
We're at Miss Luca, right there.
No, up.
Up here. All right.
More. Yeah,
right
there.
Okay.
Okay, so Luca, hello Luca, thank you for joining us. We missed you. And there are women who's a ride and die kind of partner. Just like my cousin, who's successful businesswoman, still stayed with her insecure, cheater, abusive husband for years till his death. He died a few days ago. I'm sorry to hear that.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
But shout out to your cousin though. Right? Shout out to your cousin for sticking with him through thick and thin, through a whole lot. She must have really loved him.
Yeah, I think that's what I was saying earlier in the live stream, that a lot of women here in the Philippines would stick it out even if, the partner is not really doing them any good. Yeah.
Right.
So, okay. So, Obi-Wan said, you sound like a good dude, Blackbox. Just be patient and someone will walk in right in front of you. Don't give up and I won't either. You know what? Sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I think what's meant for you will chase you. So if it's not meant for you, even if you chase it, it will...
That's how it works.
Yeah. So you don't need to chase. Everything that is meant for you will come to you. Everything that's meant to you, it won't disappear. You don't have to chase because it's meant for you.
Good advice. Sound advice.
Morris said, hi Luca, I see the fruitful traits runs in your family. My condolences to your cousin. Big Love said, hey Slick, I missed things tonight. Our kids visited and took us to supper. The conversation I had with my son fits this topic to a T.
Right.
Okay. The Oracle said, Cheng has a Filipino perspective. I can't tell you the number of Filipina I've talked to that have been cheated on by young Filipino men or get them pregnant and take off. So sad but true, but a lot of those are happening here in the Philippines, and I agree with you. I always look at it as a Filipina and not take into account that a lot of our subscribers are from the West and not here in the Philippines. Right. So I apologize for that.
The other point I would still like to make, and I'm not refuting what he said, but who are they cheating with?
A Filipina also.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, but I can go on and on with that. So Big Love said, modern women fail to realize that a prenup protects them as well as the man she's going to marry. Yeah, but what if she doesn't have anything?
Yeah, well, that's the whole point.
Yeah.
Is they don't want to sign it because they
don't have anything.
They don't have anything.
And what am I protecting?
Yeah, they know that they stand. If they sign that prenup, they're not going to have anything because they're coming into it without anything.
Yeah,
and they're trying to ride on his coattails and get what he's got. Yeah, that's the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not really interested about his money, as you said earlier in the relationship, because a lot of women would say that, oh, I'm not after your money, blah blah blah. But when it comes to prenup, you're very hesitant to sign it. Only a woman who who'd only want to protect her assets as well, and at the same time is really trusting you, trusting
Absolutely.
you, would sign the prenup.
What's happening, Big Al? Big Al's out there.
Hello,
watching our
Big
show.
Al.
Appreciate you.
It's nice to be in Big Al's place these days because it's
I
too
know.
hot in Manila.
I know, it's nice up there.
Yeah, it's in Baguio. Okay, Luca said, Morris, thank you. I cried after she told me what she's been trying to hide for years. My cousin is a very good, faithful woman, and she said she's never gonna marry again.
Tell your cousin, there's good dudes out there. You got to vet the dudes just like we have to vet the women. You just really got to vet.
Yeah,
But
it
there's
takes
good dudes
time.
out there.
It takes time. It took me 7 years.
Yeah. And she went through some dudes in Mississippi and Alabama.
Not in Mississippi. Alabama.
Dudes wanted you to live in the basement of their grandmama house.
Yeah, bragging about the 3-bedroom house.
Living with the mom. Come
Yeah.
on, man. Anyway,
Mm.
there's good dudes out there.
Yeah. So okay. So Frank's YouTube said,
What's up, Frank?
Tampo, I believe in thinking before you speak, but not talking at all. That resolves nothing. Yeah, I think it doesn't resolve anything. I agree with you. But also at certain times where your emotions are too high, I think it's better to keep quiet. But just communicate with your partner that you don't want to talk at that moment.
Yeah, for
It's good
sure.
protocol to keep quiet.
Yeah, sometimes just because you think it doesn't mean it needs to be said.
Yes, doesn't. Even if you think it's right, it doesn't need to be said.
Okay, honey. All right.
Sometimes, even if you think it's right, sometimes,
We got you.
yeah,
We got you.
you don't have to win in an argument, especially with your partner. My protocol is always let your partner win.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Always let
Well, I
them
sure appreciate that, sweetie. I sure appreciate it. All right, we'll take another call.
Hey, Young Fresh, one more time.
One more
I
time.
want
Give
to
it
make
to us.
two quick points. Why I believe Western women, in my personal opinion, will continue to deteriorate from us Western men's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, I have people that I know that they make about $2,000 to $3,000 US. Dudes, I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
They go to sperm banks. This is a true story. You could Google it, whatever. Any state in America, if you're a dude, you could donate sperm, right? And you could make literally per sperm donation, you could make 150 to 300 US, right? Per donation, right? So no, I'm gonna get to the point. I'm just saying. Now, women in the West, they feel like, well, I don't need a man because number one, I could just get I don't know exactly what it's called. I think it's IVS or intravito or whatever the case may be.
IVF, yeah.
IVF. So a lot of these women, right, are being told that, by this feminist movement, they're being told that they don't need us men, that they don't even need us men to make kids. So many kids right now in America are walking around with fatherless, they basically don't have any dads.
Right.
Because why? The Western mindset, these women are saying, well, I'm his mommy and his daddy.
Right.
And I'm like, are you serious? Like, you're really gonna, you are totally being selfish because you are saying to yourself, you are the mother and the father. But what you don't know is a woman could never, and I know some people may disagree, but
Ever.
a woman could never raise a man.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, it's just not going to happen. So I just wanted to make this strong point because that's what's happening now. Like, people are going to sperm banks and making money, literally. Like I said, it's $2,000, $3,000. I'm talking about US, right?
Right.
And then women know that. So, I just wanted to say that. And then the last point to talk about the prenups, I think what a lot of women don't understand about prenups, like I said, in the Philippines, for instance, if you want a 1 million peso policy, let's say you're with a girl and whatever, you marry her or whatever, you could have her sign the prenup, but the prenup doesn't necessarily have to mean that, I take everything and that I come into it. Like, a prenup is whatever you want it to be. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
you can pretty much say, for instance, if you're in the Philippines, it's 320 pesos per month. You could buy a 1 million peso policy.
Right.
So let's say if you say, okay, well, let me just put up $5-6 every month and let me buy her a policy. And God forbid if something happened to me, guess what? She gets 1 million pesos.
Right.
That's just one particular example I wanted to give people, because I feel like people are scared. Like, a lot of women are scared of, like, oh, why does he want me to sign a prenup? Actually, a prenup can benefit you, but basically, high quality men, we don't want to give you 50% of our shit.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
So anyway, that's all I wanted to say. But like I said, Western women are going to continue to be deteriorated because they are always finding ways to put that in men's face that they don't need us, and that's why we are going overseas, and we are being very successful overseas. All right, peace.
Yeah, I agree.
Thank you.
brother. Appreciate you, man. Yeah. No, he makes some great points. I think that the bottom line is a lot of women, they're trying to get that dude who's already got the bag, and they're trying to jump in and get in where they fit in, and they're not willing to put in anything and get nothing out. So I thought it was a spider crawling on my foot. That's all right. No. All right, you want to read this?
Yeah. Smitty59. Like and subscribe, everyone. Hit the notification bell. Thank you so much, Smitty.
Smitty, where are you watching from, bro? If you guys are new to our channel, please let us know. Just hit in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. Our viewership is expanding every time we see somebody from a new country. We love to know where you guys are watching from. So get that. And before you continue, want to make sure we the super chat from Cliff TV. What's up, Cliff?
Thank you so much, Cliff. Thank you so much for the super chat.
Appreciate the super chat. Cliff should call in and give us his take. I bet you Cliff has a good take, especially in light of recent events. I'm sure Cliff has a good perspective on this. Right?
What's that, DG?
Are you gonna read it? Or not?
Yeah, sorry. Derek said, Cheng is probably like, wife can get drunk on a thimble full of alcohol.
No, actually, I gotta tell you, Cheng can drink a little bit. She's a bit of a drinker. I mean, I don't want to put it like, no, I mean, when we first met, and I would come over to you guys' house, the family on Friday night or Saturday night would get together and have some drinks over whatever event, and Cheng could throw some alcohol down. Sometimes a little too much.
Yeah. Sometimes when I enjoy myself,
sometimes
it's a little too much.
Like
but now I'm a changed woman. Only 2.
No, I mean, I wouldn't say you're a changed woman. It's not like you had a drinking problem or something like that. But I mean, there's times when
a little too much.
Time,
Well, a little too much. A little went carried away. There one time, maybe 2 times. Yeah,
it was 2 times.
2 times. 2 times.
Anyway,
then after that, she's a changed woman. You're avoiding drinks.
Well, we had to have a come to Jesus talk.
You're avoiding drinks? Okay, just coffee.
Right.
I would rather have coffee than alcohol. Okay. So Susan one said designated drivers before Uber, the good old days. Okay. That's a different conversation.
All right.
Ron Lawson, hello, Richie.
Hey, what's happening,
Chen,
Ron?
checking in. Thank you so much, Ron, for the support.
Always appreciate you.
The Blackbox said, well, I won't be flying into the Philippines until August. Hopefully, I can get a decent flight.
Not in August, bro. It's going to cost you. And in late August, maybe. But those prices are a little crazy. Little crazy at that time.
Okay, so Luca to Derek said, I'm just saying exactly what he was and the trauma my cousin has been through.
Right.
Yeah. So just tell your cousin that just don't close off herself from, now grieve as much as you can, as much as you want.
Yeah. She'll give some good advice.
Yeah, I'm sure about that.
Ronnie said a lot of Filipinos will say, I don't want your money. They can send you, then can you send me some pesos, right?
Yeah, because a lot of, don't say it like you mean it. Like, don't just pretend, because that's what a lot of men would want to hear. Or say it like you mean it.
Because it's face.
Say it like you mean it. Yeah. You don't want your money, because I'm not gonna say that I don't want your money. Of course, I want someone to help me. At least help me somehow.
Absolutely.
I'm not putting the burden all to you, but. Chris Knight 2000. Hello, Chris Knight 2000.
What's happening, Chris?
I bet you're from in the UK. Women have the power in relationship because the law favors them. You get divorced, more than likely it will be a 70-30 asset split in favor of the women, and of course she keeps the kids.
Yeah. It's like that. I'm going to say something a little different, because someone said it's not going to change until blah blah blah. I'm going to say things are not going to change until the courts in the United States and the UK decide that they are going to stop favoring the woman when it comes to divorce. When the courts decide that they will stop favoring the women, it will disincentivize women to divorce.
Yeah.
It will. Right now, women are incentivized to get divorced, to get in, marry a dude for a couple of years, put in a little bit, and then leave, because she knows she's going to get half of all you work for. When the courts stop allowing that to happen, and they'll get to a point where they'll have to, because our whatchamacallit rate. No, our replacement rate is declining. So they're going to get to a point where they're going to have to do that, because we won't be able to replace ourselves. So I think that'll happen, but it probably won't be too soon. All right, we'll take this last call. Caller, what you got?
Hey, Rich. On that topic about divorce, I think it was Kentucky. I think it's two states in the U.S. that changed the law about divorce for the custody of the kids 50-50.
Kentucky and Florida.
And the assets 50-50. Right? And the divorce rate has dropped by at least 30% already inside a year and a half to 2 years.
Absolutely. I just think women they have too much incentive to divorce right now. Yeah. They're super. Yeah. They get everything for having to put very little in. They still get everything. So it's a strategy for some women.
Yep. That's why they don't want to sign a prenup.
Absolutely. Now you got to sign a prenup with me. Yeah, sorry. I love you, sweetie.
It's okay. I'm all good.
All right. Blessings,
Thank
brother.
you. I have no problems at all signing a prenup if
I got this paper over here.
Okay, let's sign it now.
Let's see. Okay, I think we're getting there.
Okay, the oracle said, "I don't care how much or how little a woman makes or has. I expect to take care of her if we are in a serious relationship. But she better be careful with my money if I'm paying the bills." Now, I'm telling you, don't entrust her with your money, Oracle. I mean, you can trust her a certain portion. Like, for example, if you are asking her to manage your bills and all that for the month or a monthly basis, but don't entrust her with all your life savings.
Right.
Just a suggestion.
Yeah, you end up on Rafi Tofo.
For sure. Yeah.
But usually it's not us. Yeah. I will never understand these cats that give these women all their money and trust. It's the Disney. It's the fantasy thing.
Just don't be too trusting. Yeah. Just leave something. I mean, it's okay to trust fully, but when it comes to finances, let's be practical.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, so Lucas said to DG, "I appreciate your kind words."
Okay. Hold on. I just okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so Chosen One said, "My Filipina calls me Cheap Charlie to get more money. Don't let them fool you." Bob Marley voice.
Yeah. Don't let them fool ya. Oh no.
I don't know that.
It wasn't a good Bob Marley voice.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, Chosen One. I don't know if I was meeting you for the first time, I don't know that I want your girl to come with us. Yeah, I'm just saying. I mean, she's not being painted in a very good light. I don't know. She doesn't sound like the kind of woman a lot of guys would want to meet. As calling you Cheap Charlie. Right? I wonder what she would do without you. I wonder how life would be without. I don't know. Call me Cheap Charlie. Yeah.
Why would I?
I don't know. Why would she? Why would she?
Yeah,
I doubt that he's a cheap dude. He doesn't strike me as a cheap dude.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, Oracle said to Chosen, I don't disagree with you. You have to choose a woman who values what you provide, and if not, she's not the one.
She gotta keep it pushing. She gotta keep it pushing, man.
I'm Captain Kuripot, had a shirt made. Yeah, Big Boss said. Captain Thrifty, what's that?
What? Where?
Okay. Thank you, Luca. What another good discussion, Rich and Cheng. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you so much, Luca.
Thank you, Miss Luca.
And
let's make sure we get make sure we get these.
Young Fresh. Thank you so much for the super chat.
You want to read that?
Yes. Shout out to all the dudes who've been through it. Trust me, there is a woman for all of us. Don't stop believing.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah,
Hola. Until there.
Right. You know, we should do that. We should release that video you did where you was.
We'll be copyrighted.
No, you gotta lay a track over the top of it. You gotta lay a track in the background.
I'm
gonna do it. Yeah. It was good because who was it? It was me and you and who?
Larry.
It was Larry B, huh? Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Larry B, by the way.
Hello, Larry.
I think he's still in Thailand, actually. But hey, thank you for that super chat, Young Fresh.
Thank you.
Is that it? Oh, no.
No.
Okay, I thought that was the end. Okay.
Okay, there.
This right here?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, Blackbox said, that's why I would never date or marry any woman in the West anymore, but I'm probably invisible to them nowadays.
Right. Say it, Cheng.
It's a trap, but remember that the Death Star still got destroyed.
Exactly.
So the oracle said, if your wife does not work after 10 years of marriage, you have to support her for the rest of her life, and she never has to work again if she doesn't want to.
That's why I keep saying, men, do not come here to the Philippines and date a woman who doesn't have a job.
Because
especially if she has children.
Because she will totally rely on you financially.
Yep. It is a lose-lose situation.
You're just teaching her to be lazy.
Obi-Wan said, instead of I am your father, now you are not the father. Right.
Maury.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And with that, you guys, I think we come to the end of our live stream. I don't know what you got. Pardon, some last words. Men's fault, women's fault. Whose fault is it, damn it?
I think it's both, because men also choose who they deal with, and also men teach women how to treat them. So you allow what you continue. You allow what you allow will continue.
Right.
And so if you are giving her money every time she asks, then it's gonna be on you. And yeah.
You guys, if you haven't seen our latest video, our latest video came out this morning. Make sure you watch it. It is perfectly tuned to what Cheng just said. If you're a simp and a suck and you're paying for attention, then you get what you deserve. You get what you deserve. And if you don't think you deserve better, you're not going to get better.
You know what? Just one striking line that I got from the video.
Another quote.
Another quote. Don't be a big dummy. You big dummy. I put it all there, the meme.
Yeah, like 20 times.
Yeah.
In there, yeah. No, but the point is made. I don't think it's all men's fault. In fact, I respectfully, I think most of it is women's fault. I think women are there's a reason that advertising is focused on women, mostly on women, because women are more subject to advertising. Women are more advertising targets women specifically because you spend more, there's more debt. Women own 2/3 of the debt in the world. There's a reason for it. You guys are prime targets for the influence that social media has.
Yeah, and also let me add to what you said. I think that aside from women, men also are influenced by social media these days, and I think that some men get their head swollen because of thinking that they have options, and always thinking that relationships are, men and women a lot of times think that relationships these days are disposable. So Yeah, that's just a sad
Respectfully, I don't think it's the men whose heads are swollen in the West at home. I don't think it's the men whose heads are swollen thinking that they have so many options. I think it is clearly the women who think they have so many options because dudes are DMing them all the time, and they think they can go out and they think the grass is always greener on the other side. I think here in the Philippines, it might be different for some of the foreigners who are here. It might be a little different. I get what you're saying. But in the West, which is where most of our audience resides, I don't think that is the case at all.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Let us know what you guys think. Please, we thank you for your comments. If you want to comment after the show, be sure to do that. But if you're a first timer, please like the video or like the live stream and subscribe to our like the live stream and subscribe to our channel. We just did a blooper, huh? Right. Okay. Last comment. What does it say? What we got here? Daily Dose
said, Richie Rich and Chang, I think you and Cal are the only Black and Filipino couple I know of that I can interact with. Wow. Proud y'all making paths for others to take. Thank you for the kind words.
We absolutely appreciate you. And, you know, I think we're down to earth. I think we're pretty easygoing. For you guys, I need to say this again because we get these comments sometimes. For you guys that think that I'm jumping on Chang and I mean, you guys, we literally have a a discussion before we even do this. We discuss how we're going to do this.
Pre-production.
Yeah, pre-production. Yeah, and then we have post-production. Thank you. It's just shtick, you guys. It's not real. So you don't see Ching getting all heated or all upset or crying or anything. So don't get all twisted. It's how it's supposed to be. We're creating engagement. That's it. Okay. All right. So
it makes for
appreciate
a
you guys.
good show.
Yeah, it just makes for a good show. Hopefully it makes for a better show. Hopefully you appreciated the topic. We try to bring some good topics that you guys will enjoy and that you guys will want to talk about. So
yes, and with that, having said what you said, just a mouthful, but if you plan on coming here to the Philippines, book a consultation with us. It's gonna be private. We're gonna set up a video chat with you, and we're gonna answer all the questions that you have in preparation for your stay here in the Philippines or maybe a visit. And we'll make sure that your stay here will be practically worry-free.
And that was a great promo, but how is that related at all to what I was saying?
Huh?
I mean, it's a great promo. I mean,
I just want to say
appreciate
it.
you.
Yeah, I just want to say it.
Okay, thank you. That was a great promotion.
Yeah, but I'll forget it because that's why I said it. And also, if you don't want to miss out on any of our content,
become a member, the Rich member.
That's right.
Yeah, become a member.
Become a member of the Rich Abroad Club.
And it's not true. She doesn't dance butt naked on Thursdays.
But I do all midget.
She does do midget oil wrestling though.
Yeah.
Oh,
maybe we can put that singing members only.
That's a good one. That's a good one. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for joining our show. We appreciate you. Hope you like the topic. If you have suggestions for topics, send it in. Send us an email or hit me in WhatsApp. I'm always open to suggestions. Don't get mad if we don't do them. But look, send in your suggestions. We love that.
And also, we'd like to get your feedback about the recent contents that we have, the reaction videos. Tell us if you're liking them.
Good point. Good point. Do you like the reactions? How do you feel about it? Do you like, or what do you like? Let us know what you think. Good point. Thank you with that. All right, you guys. I'm Richie Rich for Richie Rich Abroad.
And this is Cheng reminding you guys that if you come here to the Philippines, lead with your character, not with your cash. Remember that.
Stop sending them money. Stop giving them money, right?
Stop giving them money.
Chosen one told you. They're only going to want more. And she's just going to want more.
Stop sending them money and don't be a big dummy.
All right.
We're out.
Don't be
you big dummy.
Don't be a big dummy. You're crazy.